欢迎光临. Welcome to the Meatless Kitchen and Market where we cook fresh and clean. Hello everyone, I'm your host Sally Wei. Today we're going to make a very special sauce that is not only popular in Taiwan, but it's also very popular among my American friends. Every time I make them, they couldn't believe that it's actually no meat and it's vegan. So let's get started. First of all, we have to mince some of the garlic. So I like this kind of really thick type of a knife that although it looks a little bit scary, but it's actually quite safe. Here, I can just ham on this little garlics and then mince them. Quite easy, huh? Well, you can also do other things as well. But I do not recommend using the store-bought one that's already minced because somehow they will add a little bit other spices or vinegar to it, which can not really suitable for the taste for today's sauce. And I think I'm going to use two garlic for today. So I'm going to do another one. That's easy peeling method, which I think a lot of people have your own way of peeling your garlic. But this is my way. Okay, let's mince it. Or, and you don't really want to have a big chunk of garlic in your meat sauce. First, we have to cook this. So I'm going to just put it in my a little bit electric pot right here. This is my electric pot I'm going to use today. Okay, so garlic is right inside. And then next, I'm going to use some fresh shallot. The difference of a shallot is the shallots are very small, but they look like onions, actually. I would say they're just small onions. And if you cannot get fresh shallots, I will recommend dried shallots. That's what has been cooked, so you don't have to fry it. But since today we're going to use fresh ones, so we have to fry it in the oil for a little bit. And dry shallots is very popular. You can get it in any Oriental stores. It says dry shallot, although it says garlic, but or onion. It's all the same. From the same family. Now, we're just going to cut this open. Okay, let's look at the inside of the shallot. So you don't want that rough skin, just the same prep as the onions. Oops, I could not get them open. I'm sure you have a better way of open your shallots. Okay, you don't need those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use two of those. And I'm going to also use a little bit of dry ones. But if you're putting the dry ones, if you're using the dry ones, be careful not to fry them for too long. Otherwise, it will become bitter because it's being burned. So see the way we do it on this side? Right. Okay. And I'm going to use some oil. So any oil. It's best not to have a flavored oil. Maybe light olive oil or canola oil. Any kind of oil is fine. Except if you're using coconut oil, that flavor can be a little bit too strong and take over whatever you want to cook. So here comes our shallot. Shallot and garlic. Let's use one more shallot. It really looks just like a little onion. Doesn't it look beautiful? And peel it more. The outside. If it's not clean, it's too dry, we don't want that. Get it in. Okay. Kind of fry it. Oops. Just like onions. Make me fry. You can see this is where I'm using this electric pot to let you know it's so easy to make this. So while we letting cook, I would like to make something else. See, later on, we pour over the sauce over our rice, and we want to do some garnishing. Traditionally in Taiwan, we have cucumber to go with this meat sauce. So here, we're just gonna thinly slice our cucumber. I think that should be good enough for one person. Cucumber traditionally is to Chinese, it cleans your body and provides lots and lots of vitamin C. Some people may know that the ladies will use a cucumber put on their eyes to cure their puff eyes. I don't know. I've never tried that. 'Cause I think I'm pretty lucky that I never had puff eyes. Oh, knock knock. Didn't say that. Okay, put my cucumber on the side, and I have decided maybe I want to garnish with carrots. So the way I like to make my carrot is make it into a little flower. So what you do is cut off a little strip like this and put it on the side. And you don't need to waste it. You can always stir fry or put it in a salad. But you will see later the garnishing, which is a bit more interesting than just a piece of carrot. Let's see. Look at that. Good enough. So if I slice from here, look. Ta-da! I have a little flower. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. My two little flower with some stem later. Okay, good enough. And I have a pot of rice already cooked. So that's it. Let me move this away, and that's all the prep we're gonna have. To me, I consider this is a pretty easy dish. Of course, we don't want to make it so complicated. Okay, I'm browning the garlic and the shallots. Wait until it reach to the stage of a little brown. You don't want to burn it. So definitely keep an eye on it. Let me go all the way to, it takes about 5 to 7 minutes. Keep cooking it, little pot. Keep cooking it, little pot. Okay, in the same time, I want to show you what is going to be the ground meat for our meat sauce. Everyone recognize this? I think you had Impossible Burger or Beyond Burger. But do you know they also make ground beef or Impossible ground for any reason that you need ground meat? For example, you can use it to make meatballs, and you can use it for any dishes. But what's good is it's not limited to American burgers or American or Western meatballs. You can use it in Asian cooking as well. So today I'm going to use the ground beef by Beyond Meat. Look at this. It has 20 grams of protein. For anyone think that vegans definitely lack of protein, think again. Not really, right? You say, well, how can this make a lot of protein? Because you know that peas and beans provide lots of vegetarian proteins. Yet you know why? Because look at the first ingredient in Beyond Beef is pea protein. If you say, well, I cannot get Beyond Beef, what do I do? Now I want to show you, I went to Whole Foods and they also make grounds and also provide, what does it say? It says vegan. It also says, I want to show you where it says 20 grams of pea protein as well. So don't be afraid being a vegan because when you're eating ground meat and you were thinking about, oh no, I have to sacrifice one animal's life. No, you don't have to. And the color of a little bit red is a beet juice. Isn't that healthy? Good. Okay, so now it's ready for our ground meat. I'm just gonna dump half of it. It really there's no 1 cup or 2 cups, that kind of measuring. This is really the home cooking, and it really go just with your taste. So later we are gonna taste it, but first of all, you will need to brown the meat as well. You do not need to use a lot of oil in this case because beyond ground and beyond beef, they already contain quite a few oil in it. I don't think I'm using the correct pots today, but you get the idea. This one is probably good for ramen noodles. This doesn't really boil a lot, but you get the idea. Okay, I'm gonna keep browning it. Keep browning it. It's not cooking. So, hopefully, it will do the trick for me. And in the meantime, we have a few spices. This is called star anise that we use a lot in Chinese cooking. So I'm just gonna dump a couple. And you can get this either in Whole Foods, on Amazon, or any Asian market. Okay, we put a few of them in there. Then I will season with some 5 spices powder. Not too much. I would say about half teaspoon. Because if you put too much, it can be very strong. You may not like it. Okay, I think a little bit is good. Then I'll put a little bit sugar. This is dark brown sugar, which I prefer. However, if you have regular white sugar, even though you have honey or agave, that's totally fine as well. Now here is white pepper. White pepper and black pepper are from the same plant and same peppercorn. It just the black pepper contains the outer external skin, but the white pepper, the skin has been removed. That's why they have a different color. Okay, now I'm going to add soy sauce. Be careful with your soy sauce. It can be very salty. For this dish, I do not add any more salt. So I will add soy sauce. Make sure the color changes a little bit. And then I will add some water. It's cooking. Let's see. I would like to have a little bit more soy sauce. Okay, good. For the amount of a half package of ground meat, I would use about 1/4 cup of soy sauce. So after all, this is not a soup. It's a sauce go over rice. So you don't want to be too light in flavor. Normally, I'll let it steam or simmer for about 10 minutes. Make sure the flavor is absolutely in there. Okay. Be right back. I'm going to get some water. Smells good. All right. It will simmer for a little bit. In the meantime, with simmering, remember I'm just gonna expedite the process for the show because I don't want you to wait for 10-15 minutes just to watch it boil. But I'm gonna go get a bowl of rice. Here's my bowl of rice. I And here the seasoning of the meat sauce. Stir it a little bit. Well, the reason we simmer it for 10 minutes is to allow the five spices and the star anise to have the flavor going to the ground. But I'm gonna taste, see if I like it. No, don't worry, that is enough. Woohoo! Okay. Yes, very good. Okay, if I let this simmer for another 10 minutes, the five spices will be even stronger. So now, I think it's time. Let me put these over here. My rice, go over, pour it over it. And you know what? It works just as well if you have ramen noodles or any kind of pasta. Here we go. Some meat sauce. And of course, we will garnish with our cucumber inside. And with my little flour. Ooh, thank you. With my little flour here. And with my little stamps here. Good enough? Here we go. Let me present it to you. Taiwanese style of meat sauce with rice. Perfect for tonight's dinner. Well, thank you for coming, and I will see you next week. Bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified for all our new episodes, and also ring the bell on the side so you can be notified. See you next week. Bye.